Most people ruin their future slowly without realizing it. Not because they are lazy, not because they are weak, but because nobody taught them the small daily rules that quietly control happiness, discipline, health, mindset, and success. A better life is not created in one dramatic moment. It is built through small decisions repeated every day. The way you wake up, the way you think, the people you follow, the habits you ignore, the excuses you repeat. Everything shapes your future. These 8 simple life rules may look small at first, but if you truly follow them, they can completely change the direction of your life step by step. Some of these rules will improve your mindset. Some will protect your peace. Some will build discipline. And some may save you from years of regret. The dangerous thing about bad habits is that they feel harmless today, but slowly, they become your identity. And the beautiful thing about good rules is this: small positive actions repeated daily eventually create a powerful life. So before another year passes feeling stuck, distracted, tired, and unmotivated, learn the rules that quietly build strong people. Because your future is being created by what you do every single day. Rule 1. Protect your mind. Your life is deeply connected to your mind. If your mind feels heavy every day, life slowly becomes heavy too. If your thoughts are full of stress, fear, negativity, and comparison, even small problems begin to feel impossible. Many people think success starts outside with money, luck, talent, or opportunities. But real change usually begins inside the mind first. Every morning, most people wake up and immediately allow negativity to enter their brain. They open social media and compare their lives to strangers. They read stressful news. They watch toxic arguments online. They spend hours consuming content that makes them feel insecure, distracted, angry, or emotionally tired. Then later they ask themselves why they feel unhappy or unmotivated all the time. The answer is simple. Your brain becomes what you feed it daily. Imagine planting seeds in a garden. If you plant healthy seeds and protect them carefully, beautiful flowers eventually grow. But if you constantly pour poison into the soil, nothing healthy can survive. Your mind works the same way. Thoughts become emotions. Emotions become habits. Habits slowly become your life. That is why protecting your mind is one of the most important rules for a better life. Many people underestimate the power of mental environment. They think negative words do not matter. They think toxic people do not affect them. They think constant stress is normal. But slowly, those things shape the way they think, speak, and live. If you spend enough time around negativity, your mind slowly starts expecting disappointment everywhere. You stop believing in yourself. You lose energy. You lose focus. Even your confidence begins to disappear quietly. This is why peaceful people protect their attention carefully. Not every conversation deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves space inside your mind. Not every online argument deserves your focus. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is disconnect from unnecessary negativity. Protecting your mind does not mean avoiding reality. It means learning how to control what influences you daily. For example, if you constantly compare your life to others online, you will always feel behind. Social media usually shows only the best moments of people's lives. You see success, beauty, relationships, money, and confidence. But you rarely see stress, loneliness, fear, failure, or pain. Comparison creates emotional exhaustion. You begin feeling like your life is not enough even when you are doing your best. That is dangerous, because gratitude disappears when comparison grows. Instead of focusing on your own growth, you become obsessed with other people's progress. Slowly, your peace disappears. A healthier mindset is learning to focus on your own journey. You do not need to become someone else. You only need to become a stronger version of yourself step by step. Even small improvement matters. Reading one useful page matters. Drinking more water matters. Sleeping earlier matters. Learning one new skill matters. Protecting your peace matters. Small positive choices create powerful mental change over time. Another important part of protecting your mind is learning how to speak to yourself. Many people are extremely cruel to themselves internally. They make one mistake and immediately say things like, "I'm useless. I always fail. I'm not good enough. My life will never improve." Imagine hearing those words every single day inside your own head. Eventually, your brain starts believing them. Your inner voice becomes your emotional environment. That is why positive self-talk matters deeply. This does not mean pretending life is perfect. It means speaking to yourself with patience and honesty instead of constant self-hatred. Instead of saying, "I'm terrible at this," say, "I'm still learning." Instead of, "I always fail," say, "I can improve slowly." Small language changes create emotional strength. Your mind listens to what you repeat daily. Books, music, videos, and people also influence your mental health more than you realize. If you constantly consume angry, toxic, hopeless content, your emotions eventually absorb that energy. But if you spend more time learning, growing, reading inspiring ideas, or listening to positive voices, your mindset slowly becomes stronger. This is why successful people are careful about what they consume mentally. They understand something important. Attention is power. Whatever controls your attention slowly controls your life. A peaceful mind also requires rest. Many people overstimulate themselves every day. Loud notifications, endless scrolling, constant entertainment, and non-stop distraction make the brain exhausted. Then people wonder why they cannot focus anymore. Sometimes your brain simply needs silence. Take walks without your phone sometimes.
Sit quietly.
Think deeply. Allow your mind to breathe. Peace is not laziness. Peace is recovery. When your mind becomes calmer, your decisions improve too. You become more patient, more focused, more emotionally balanced. You stop reacting impulsively to everything around you. Strong people are not always loud people. Often, strong people are simply people who learned how to protect their inner peace. At first, protecting your mind may feel uncomfortable. You may need to spend less time around negative people. You may need to reduce distractions. You may need healthier habits. But slowly, your life changes. Your energy improves. Your confidence improves. Your focus improves. Your happiness improves. And one day you realize something powerful. A peaceful mind creates a better future. Because everything in life begins inside your thoughts first. So protect your mind carefully. Your future depends on it. Rule 2. Discipline is more important than motivation. Many people wait for motivation before changing their lives. They wait to feel ready before exercising. They wait to feel inspired before studying. They wait to feel confident before starting something important. But motivation is unpredictable. Some mornings you wake up feeling excited and productive. You feel ready to change your entire life. You make big plans, create schedules, and promise yourself that everything will be different from now on. Then a few days later, your energy disappears. You feel tired, lazy, distracted, unmotivated, and suddenly all your plans stop. This is why many people never truly change their lives. They depend too much on temporary emotions. But successful people understand something different. Discipline matters more than motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Discipline means continuing even when you do not feel excited. It means doing the important things even on difficult days. It means keeping promises to yourself when nobody is watching. That is where real growth begins. Imagine two people trying to improve their lives. The first person only works when they feel motivated. On good days, they study hard, exercise, eat healthy food, and stay productive. But when their mood changes, they stop everything. The second person is different. Some days they feel tired too. Some days they want to quit too. But they still continue with small actions. Even when progress feels slow, they keep moving. After 1 year, the second person's life becomes completely different. Not because they were smarter. Not because they were more talented. Because they became disciplined. Discipline creates consistency. And consistency creates results. Most powerful habits in life are built through repetition, not emotion. For example, brushing your teeth does not require motivation anymore. You do it automatically because it became part of your routine. Discipline works the same way. At first, difficult habits feel uncomfortable. But after repeating them consistently, they slowly become natural. This is why small daily actions matter so much. Reading 10 pages every day may feel small. Exercising for 20 minutes may feel small. Practicing one skill daily may feel small. But small actions repeated for months create massive change. Many people fail because they only focus on big results. They want immediate success, immediate confidence, immediate transformation. But life rarely works that way. Real growth is usually quiet. You improve little by little until one day people suddenly notice how much you changed. Discipline also protects you from your emotions. Human emotions constantly change. Some days you feel confident. Other days you feel insecure. Some days you feel hopeful. Other days you feel emotionally exhausted. If your actions depend completely on emotions, your life becomes unstable. But discipline creates structure. For example, imagine waking up early every morning to exercise. Some mornings feel easy. Other mornings feel painful. Your bed feels comfortable. Your body feels tired. Your brain creates excuses. Skip today. You can start tomorrow. One day does not matter, but discipline teaches you to continue anyway. And every time you continue despite resistance, your mind becomes stronger. This is important because discipline is not only about productivity. Discipline also builds self-respect. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence increases. If you constantly break your own promises, your self-trust becomes weaker. You stop believing in yourself. Even small goals begin feeling impossible. But disciplined people slowly build trust with themselves. They say, "I will do this," and then they actually do it. That changes identity. You stop seeing yourself as lazy or weak. You begin seeing yourself as reliable and capable. Another important truth is that discipline creates freedom. At first, discipline feels restrictive. Waking up early feels difficult. Studying regularly feels tiring. Avoiding distractions feels uncomfortable. But later, those habits create a better life. Good health, financial stability, better skills, stronger confidence, more opportunities. Meanwhile, lack of discipline creates temporary comfort but long-term problems. Skipping workouts feels easy today. Wasting time online feels relaxing today. Ignoring responsibilities feels comfortable today. But eventually the consequences appear. Poor health, stress, regret, missed opportunities. That is why discipline is actually an act of self-care. You are protecting your future self through today's actions. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to become perfect immediately. They create impossible routines, unrealistic goals, and strict schedules that cannot last long. Then when they fail once, they quit completely. Real discipline grows slowly. Start small. Wake up slightly earlier. Read for 15 minutes. Exercise a little. Drink more water. Reduce distractions gradually. Simple consistency beats extreme intensity. You do not need perfect days. You need repeated effort. Even disciplined people have bad days. Even successful people feel unmotivated sometimes. The difference is that they learned how to continue despite those feelings. That ability changes lives. Because life will not always feel easy. There will be stressful days, painful days, disappointing days. And during those moments, discipline becomes your support system. Instead of depending on emotions, you depend on habits. This is why routines are powerful. Morning routines, study routines, exercise routines, and healthy habits create stability even during difficult times. Over time, discipline also changes your mindset. You stop looking for shortcuts. You stop expecting instant success. You become more patient, more focused, more mentally strong. And slowly, you realize something important. Success is often boring. It is built through repeated actions nobody notices. Tiny habits, quiet effort, daily consistency, not dramatic motivation. At first, discipline feels difficult because you are fighting your old habits. Your brain naturally prefers comfort, distraction, and easy pleasure. But every time you choose discipline over comfort, your mental strength grows slightly stronger. Eventually, difficult things become easier. Not because life changed, because you changed. Your mind became stronger. Your habits became healthier. Your self-control improved. And one day you suddenly realize that the disciplined version of yourself can now do things the old version thought were impossible. That is the real power of discipline. It slowly transforms your identity. So stop waiting for perfect motivation. Motivation may start the journey, but discipline is what carries you to the finish line. Rule 3. Stop comparing your life to others. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to destroy happiness. Many people wake up every day and immediately compare themselves to others without realizing how deeply it affects their emotions. They open social media and see people traveling, earning money, looking confident, getting married, building successful careers, or living exciting lives. Slowly, they begin feeling like everyone else is moving forward while they are falling behind. That feeling becomes emotionally exhausting. The dangerous thing about comparison is that it changes how you see your own life. Even when you are improving, comparison makes your progress feel small. Even when you are trying your best, comparison convinces you that you are not enough. Over time, this destroys peace from the inside. Many people do not hate their lives because their lives are terrible. They hate their lives because they constantly measure themselves against other people's highlights. But social media is not reality. Most people only show the best parts of their lives online. They show success, happiness, beauty, achievements, relationships, and exciting moments. Very few people show loneliness, anxiety, financial struggles, failure, stress, insecurity, or emotional pain. You are comparing your normal life to someone else's edited moments. That comparison is unfair from the beginning. Every person has a different journey. Some people succeed early. Some succeed later. Some people struggle quietly for years before their lives improve. Others appear successful but secretly feel unhappy inside. Life is not a race with one timeline. Yet many people spend years feeling stressed because they think they are behind. They compare salaries, compare relationships, compare appearance, compare achievements, compare lifestyles. Eventually, comparison becomes a habit. And once comparison becomes a habit, gratitude slowly disappears. Instead of appreciating what you already have, you become obsessed with what other people have. You stop noticing your own progress because your attention is always focused somewhere else. That mindset creates constant dissatisfaction. For example, imagine someone who finally buys their dream phone after saving money for months. At first, they feel happy and proud. But after seeing someone online with something newer or more expensive, their happiness suddenly disappears. Nothing changed about the phone. Only comparison changed their emotions. This happens in every part of life. Someone feels confident until they compare appearances. Someone feels successful until they compare income. Someone feels peaceful until they compare lifestyles. Comparison steals joy quietly. Another dangerous part of comparison is that it creates unnecessary pressure. People start trying to live according to society's expectations instead of their own values. They feel rushed to succeed, rushed to marry, rushed to become rich, rushed to achieve everything immediately. But forcing your life to match someone else's timeline often creates stress instead of happiness. Real growth takes time. Some of the strongest, wisest, and happiest people improved slowly over many years. Their success was not instant. Their confidence was not immediate. Their progress happened quietly through patience and consistency. This is why focusing on your own journey matters so much. Your life only needs to improve compared to your past self, not compared to strangers online. Even small progress deserves respect. Maybe you are healthier than last year. Maybe you are emotionally stronger. Maybe you are learning new skills. Maybe you are healing slowly. Maybe you are becoming more disciplined. Those things matter deeply. The problem is that comparison makes small progress feel invisible. But small progress is exactly how real transformation happens. A tree does not grow overnight. Every day the growth looks tiny and unnoticeable. Yet over time, that small daily growth becomes powerful. Human growth works the same way. Confidence grows slowly. Discipline grows slowly. Knowledge grows slowly. Healing grows slowly. Patience is necessary. One important lesson in life is understanding that another person's success does not reduce your potential. Someone else winning does not mean you are losing. There is enough space in the world for multiple people to succeed in different ways. You do not need to become someone else to have value. Your path is unique. Some people are naturally outgoing. Others are quiet thinkers. Some people succeed academically. Others succeed creatively. Some people build businesses. Others build peaceful families or meaningful friendships. There is no single definition of a successful life. Comparison also becomes dangerous when it affects self-worth. Many people secretly believe they are less valuable because they do not have the same achievements, appearance, or lifestyle as others. But human value is not measured by followers, money, beauty, or status. A person can look successful publicly while feeling empty privately. True confidence comes from self-acceptance and personal growth, not constant comparison. This does not mean you should stop being inspired by others. Inspiration can be healthy. Seeing successful people can motivate you to improve your own life. But inspiration becomes unhealthy when it turns into self-hatred. Instead of saying, "Why am I not like them?" ask, "What can I learn from them while continuing my own journey?" That mindset feels completely different emotionally. Another powerful habit is learning to celebrate other people without attacking yourself mentally. Someone else's success is not proof of your failure. You can admire someone while still respecting your own progress. That emotional maturity creates peace. Protecting your peace sometimes means spending less time around environments that trigger constant comparison. Endless scrolling often creates unrealistic expectations about life, beauty, success, and happiness. Taking breaks from comparison helps your mind breathe again. You begin noticing your own life more clearly, your own goals, your own values, your own growth, and slowly, something beautiful happens. You stop chasing validation from everyone else. You begin building a life that actually feels meaningful to you. That is real freedom. At the end of life, happiness will not come from becoming exactly like another person. Happiness comes from becoming the healthiest, strongest, wisest version of yourself. Step by step, day by day, at your own pace. So stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Stop measuring your worth against people living completely different lives. Your journey is your own, and your growth still matters even when it is slow. Rule 4. Your health is your real wealth. Many people spend years chasing success while completely ignoring their health. They stay awake too late every night, eat unhealthy food constantly, ignore stress, avoid exercise, sleep only a few hours, and tell themselves, "I'll take care of my health later." But later often becomes too late. Your body is carrying your entire life. Every dream, every goal, every future plan depends on your physical and mental health. Without energy, focus, and strength, even simple daily tasks become difficult. That is why health is not a luxury. It is the foundation of everything. Many people only realize the importance of health after losing it. They spend years damaging their body while chasing money, comfort, entertainment, or temporary pleasure. Then one day they feel exhausted constantly. Their mind becomes stressed. Their body becomes weak. Their emotions become unstable. Suddenly they understand something painful. A healthy body is priceless. Imagine having unlimited money but feeling sick every day. Imagine achieving success but lacking the energy to enjoy your life peacefully. Health affects everything. Your mood, your confidence, your focus, your discipline, your relationships, your future. When your body feels weak, your mind often becomes weaker too. That is why taking care of your health is one of the smartest forms of self-respect. Many people think improving health requires extreme diets, impossible routines, or perfect discipline. But real health usually improves through small, consistent habits. Simple actions matter more than dramatic changes. Drinking more water matters. Sleeping earlier matters. Walking daily matters. Eating healthier food matters. Reducing stress matters. Small habits repeated consistently create powerful results over time. One of the biggest problems in modern life is constant exhaustion. Many people live in survival mode every day. They sleep too little, spend hours staring at screens, overload their brain with stress, and rarely allow themselves proper rest. Then they wonder why they feel emotionally drained all the time. The human body is not designed for nonstop pressure without recovery. Rest is necessary. Sleep especially affects almost every part of life. Poor sleep damages concentration, mood, memory, emotional control, energy, and even physical health. Yet many people sacrifice sleep for entertainment, social media, or unnecessary distractions. Then the next morning they wake up tired again and repeat the same cycle. A healthier life starts with respecting your body's need for recovery. Sleep is not laziness. Rest is not weakness. Recovery is part of growth. Exercise is another important part of health. Many people avoid exercise because they think it must be painful, extreme, or complicated. But movement is natural medicine for the body and mind. You do not need to become a professional athlete. Simple movement already helps greatly. Walking regularly improves mood. Stretching reduces tension. Exercise strengthens both physical and mental resilience. When you move your body consistently, your brain changes too. Stress decreases. Confidence improves. Energy increases. Even anxiety often becomes easier to manage. This is because the body and mind are deeply connected. A stronger body often supports a stronger mindset. Food also affects emotional health more than many people realize. Many modern foods provide temporary pleasure but slowly damage energy and focus over time. Constant sugar, unhealthy snacks, and processed food may feel satisfying for a moment, but eventually they affect sleep, mood, concentration, and long-term health. Again, perfection is not necessary. Balance matters more. Healthy living should feel sustainable, not miserable. Another important part of health is mental health. Many people focus only on physical appearance while ignoring emotional exhaustion. But stress, anxiety, burnout, loneliness, and emotional pain affect the body deeply too. A peaceful mind supports a healthier body. That is why protecting your mental health matters just as much as physical fitness. Spend time around positive people. Take breaks when needed. Avoid constant negativity. Allow yourself moments of peace. Your emotional environment affects your energy daily. Stress is especially dangerous when ignored for long periods. Some people become so used to stress that they believe constant pressure is normal. They never slow down. They never relax mentally. They carry anxiety everywhere. Eventually, the body begins responding. Fatigue increases. Focus decreases. Sleep becomes worse. Emotions become unstable. The body always keeps score of how you treat it. That is why balance matters. Working hard is important, but recovery is important too. Another mistake many people make is sacrificing health while chasing productivity. They believe success requires destroying themselves physically and emotionally. But true success should improve life, not destroy it. What is the point of success if you feel exhausted constantly? Real success includes peace, energy, emotional stability, and good health. Taking care of yourself also improves discipline. When you sleep better, eat better, and move your body consistently, self-control becomes easier. Your mind feels clearer. Your energy improves. Good habits become more manageable. Healthy people often make healthier decisions naturally because their brain and body work together more effectively. Your future self is deeply affected by your current habits. The body you will live in 10 years from now is being shaped by what you do today. That truth is powerful. Every healthy choice matters. Even small decisions matter more than people realize. Choosing water instead of soda matters. Choosing sleep instead of endless scrolling matters. Choosing movement instead of constant laziness matters. Tiny decisions repeated daily become your lifestyle. And lifestyle eventually becomes your future. Another important lesson is understanding that health is not only about appearance. Many people only care about looking attractive externally while ignoring inner health completely. Real health is deeper. Real health means having energy when you wake up, feeling mentally clear, being emotionally balanced, having strength to enjoy life, feeling peaceful inside your own body. That kind of health creates freedom, because when your body feels stronger, life feels lighter too. At first, healthy habits may feel uncomfortable. Your old habits may resist change. Your brain may prefer comfort and instant pleasure. But over time, healthy living becomes easier. And one day you realize something important. Taking care of your body is not punishment. It is gratitude. Your body carries you through every moment of life. It deserves care, patience, rest, movement, and respect. Because in the end, health truly is one of the greatest forms of wealth a person can have. Without it, everything else becomes harder. With it, life becomes stronger, clearer, and more beautiful. Rule 5. Learn to be alone sometimes. Many people are afraid of being alone. The moment silence appears, they immediately reach for their phone, open social media, watch videos, text someone, or search for distractions. They constantly surround themselves with noise because being alone with their thoughts feels uncomfortable. But learning how to be alone peacefully is one of the most powerful skills in life. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Loneliness is feeling emotionally empty even when surrounded by people. Solitude is choosing quiet moments to reconnect with yourself, think clearly, and breathe mentally. There is a big difference between the two. Modern life keeps people constantly distracted. Notifications, entertainment, endless scrolling, and non-stop stimulation make silence feel strange. Many people never spend enough time understanding themselves deeply because their attention is always somewhere else. As a result, they become disconnected from their own emotions, goals, values, and inner peace. That is dangerous, because if you cannot sit peacefully with yourself, life becomes emotionally exhausting. You begin depending too much on external attention, validation, and distraction to feel okay. But real emotional strength begins when you learn how to enjoy your own company. At first, being alone may feel uncomfortable. When the noise disappears, your thoughts become louder. You notice stress, fear, sadness, anxiety, and unresolved emotions more clearly. Many people avoid solitude because they do not want to face those feelings. But avoiding emotions does not heal them. Silence often reveals truths we ignore during busy distractions. Sometimes you realize you are emotionally exhausted. Sometimes you realize certain people are damaging your peace. Sometimes you realize you have been ignoring your own needs for too long. Those realizations are important. Growth often begins in quiet moments. When you spend time alone, your mind becomes clearer. You think more deeply. You stop reacting emotionally to everything immediately. Instead of constantly absorbing other people's opinions, you begin hearing your own thoughts more honestly. That clarity changes your decisions. Many wise people throughout history valued solitude because silence strengthens self-awareness. When life becomes too noisy, the mind becomes confused. But quiet moments help organize emotions and thoughts again. Even simple moments alone can improve mental peace. Taking a walk quietly, reading without distractions, sitting peacefully with your thoughts, writing in a journal, watching the sunrise calmly. Small moments of solitude help the mind recover. This is especially important during stressful times. When life feels overwhelming, constantly surrounding yourself with noise often increases emotional exhaustion. Sometimes your brain simply needs rest from everyone and everything. That does not make you antisocial. It makes you human. Another important truth is that people who cannot be alone often stay in unhealthy situations out of fear. They remain in toxic relationships, unhealthy friendships, or painful environments because silence scares them more than suffering. That fear creates emotional dependence. But when you become comfortable alone, your standards improve. You stop tolerating relationships that destroy your peace. You stop begging for attention from people who do not respect you. Because you realize something powerful. Peace is better than forced connection. Learning to enjoy solitude also increases confidence. When you constantly need approval from others, your self-worth becomes unstable. Your happiness depends too much on how people treat you. But when you build a peaceful relationship with yourself, your emotional foundation becomes stronger. You no longer feel empty when alone. Instead, solitude becomes recovery. This does not mean isolating yourself completely. Humans still need connection, friendship, love, and community. Healthy relationships are important for emotional well-being. But healthy connection works best when you are already emotionally stable alone. Otherwise, relationships become emotional dependency instead of genuine connection. A peaceful person can enjoy both solitude and relationships without losing themselves. Another benefit of solitude is creativity and personal growth. Many important ideas appear during quiet moments. When your brain is not overloaded with distractions, deeper thinking becomes possible. You reflect more carefully. You learn from past mistakes. You understand your goals better. That self-awareness improves life greatly. Many people spend years following society's expectations without asking themselves what they truly want. Constant noise prevents deep reflection, but solitude creates space for honesty. You begin asking important questions. What kind of life do I really want? What habits are hurting me? What makes me feel peaceful? What kind of person do I want to become? Those questions shape your future. Solitude also teaches emotional independence. Instead of expecting others to fix your emotions constantly, you learn healthier ways to manage stress internally. You become calmer, more patient, more emotionally balanced. That inner stability is powerful. At first, quiet moments may feel boring because modern life trains people to depend on constant stimulation. But over time, silence becomes peaceful instead of uncomfortable. You stop needing endless distraction every second. And slowly, something beautiful happens. You begin enjoying life more deeply. Simple moments feel meaningful again. Fresh air feels calming. Books feel comforting. Nature feels healing. Quiet mornings feel peaceful. Your mind slows down enough to appreciate life again. Another important lesson is that solitude often reveals your true identity. Around people, many individuals wear masks to fit expectations. They change personalities to gain approval or avoid rejection. But when you are alone, there is nobody to impress. You meet your real self. That honesty is important for growth, because you cannot improve a life built on pretending. People who fear solitude often fear self-reflection. But people who embrace solitude usually understand themselves more deeply. And self-understanding creates wisdom. One of the healthiest habits you can build is learning how to spend intentional time alone without distraction. Not because you hate people, but because your mind deserves moments of peace too. The world constantly demands your attention. Solitude gives your attention back to yourself. And in those quiet moments, healing often begins. You start understanding your emotions better. Your stress decreases. Your focus improves. Your peace becomes stronger. Then one day you realize something powerful. You are no longer afraid of silence. Because silence became a place where your mind could finally rest. And that ability changes life more than most people realize. Rule 6: Your habits create your future. Most people think their future is created by one big opportunity, one lucky moment, or one important decision. But in reality, your future is usually created by your daily habits. The small things you repeat every day slowly shape your identity, mindset, health, confidence, success, and happiness. Many people underestimate small habits because the results are invisible at first. One unhealthy meal does not destroy your body immediately. One wasted day does not ruin your future immediately. One lazy decision does not seem dangerous. But repetition changes everything. Small actions repeated daily eventually become your lifestyle. And your lifestyle becomes your future. That is why habits are powerful. Imagine two people living almost the same life. One person spends 1 hour daily learning useful skills, reading, exercising, and improving slowly. The other spends that same hour scrolling endlessly, avoiding responsibilities, and wasting time carelessly. At first, their lives may look similar. But after 5 years, the difference becomes massive. One person becomes stronger, wiser, healthier, and more disciplined. The other remains stuck in the same cycle. Not because of intelligence, because of habits. Your habits are either building your future quietly or destroying it quietly. Every day, your brain is learning from repetition. When you repeat something often enough, it slowly becomes automatic. This is why habits can feel difficult at first but natural later. For example, waking up early may feel painful in the beginning. Exercising regularly may feel uncomfortable. Reading daily may require effort. But after repeating those actions consistently, your brain adapts. Eventually, those habits become part of your identity. The opposite is also true. Laziness becomes easier when repeated. Procrastination becomes normal when repeated. Wasting time becomes automatic when repeated. This is why your daily routine matters so much. The dangerous thing about bad habits is that they usually feel comfortable in the moment. Sleeping too much feels comfortable. Avoiding difficult work feels comfortable. Endless entertainment feels comfortable. Ignoring responsibilities feels comfortable. But later, those comfortable habits create uncomfortable consequences. Stress increases. Confidence decreases. Goals disappear. Regret grows. Meanwhile, good habits often feel difficult in the beginning but rewarding later. Exercise feels hard today but creates strength later. Studying feels tiring today but creates opportunities later. Discipline feels uncomfortable today but creates freedom later. That is why successful people learn how to choose long-term growth over short-term comfort. One important truth about habits is that they shape your self-image. If you constantly break promises to yourself, your confidence slowly weakens. You stop trusting your own ability to change. For example, imagine promising yourself, "I will wake up early tomorrow," but then you ignore your alarm repeatedly. At first it seems small, but slowly your brain learns, "My words do not matter." That damages self-trust. On the other hand, every time you keep small promises to yourself, your confidence grows. You begin seeing yourself as disciplined, reliable, and capable. Identity changes through repeated actions. You do not become confident by thinking about confidence constantly. You become confident by repeatedly proving to yourself that you can follow through. Another important lesson is that habits work like compound growth. The results seem tiny at first, almost invisible. This is why many people quit too early. They expect immediate transformation. But life rarely changes overnight. A person who reads 10 pages daily may not notice much improvement after 1 week. But after 1 year, they may have finished many books and gained valuable knowledge. A person who exercises regularly may not see dramatic results immediately. But after months of consistency, their energy, health, confidence, and discipline improve greatly. Small habits become powerful because of time. This is why patience matters. Many people destroy good habits because they become discouraged during slow progress. They think, nothing is changing, but invisible progress is still progress. Growth often happens quietly before visible results appear. Think about planting a tree. For a long time, nothing seems different above the ground. But underneath, roots are growing stronger every day. Eventually, visible growth appears naturally. Habits work the same way. Every healthy decision strengthens your future roots. Your environment also affects habits more than many people realize. If your environment constantly encourages distraction, unhealthy behavior, and laziness, building good habits becomes harder. This is why disciplined people often organize their environment carefully. They reduce distractions, create routines, prepare healthy systems, because relying only on willpower is difficult. For example, if your phone constantly distracts you during study time, removing distractions completely may help more than fighting temptation every minute. Good habits become easier when your environment supports them. Another important truth is that habits affect emotions too. Many people believe emotions control habits completely, but habits also shape emotions. For example, regular exercise often improves mood. Better sleep improves emotional stability. Reading positive ideas improves mindset. Healthy routines reduce stress. The way you live daily affects how you feel internally. That is why improving habits can slowly improve mental health too. At first, Changing habits may feel frustrating because the brain naturally resists change. Humans prefer comfort and familiarity. This is normal, but every repeated action slowly rewires your brain. The more consistently you practice good habits, the easier they become. This is why small beginnings matter. You do not need to transform your entire life in one day. Start smaller. Read a little. Walk a little. Sleep earlier gradually. Drink more water. Practice one skill consistently. Simple progress repeated daily creates powerful transformation. Another dangerous mistake is waiting for motivation before building habits. Motivation feels exciting, but habits are stronger than temporary feelings. Disciplined people continue even when they feel tired or unmotivated, because they understand something important. Your future is built most strongly on ordinary days, not only during exciting moments. The quiet daily choices matter most. What you do repeatedly eventually defines your life. That truth can feel scary or empowering, because it means every day matters. Every small action matters. Every repeated choice matters. And this is actually good news, because even if your life feels difficult now, small positive habits can slowly change your direction. A healthier future can begin with one better decision today. One page read today. One workout today. One productive hour today. One healthier choice today. Never underestimate small, consistent effort. Over time, your habits shape your character. Your character shapes your decisions. And your decisions shape your future. So if you want a better future, do not only focus on huge goals. Focus on daily habits. Because your habits are quietly becoming the person you will be tomorrow. Rule 7. Protect your time. Time is one of the most valuable things in life. Money can be earned again. Mistakes can sometimes be corrected. Lost opportunities may occasionally return. But time only moves in one direction. Once a moment disappears, it never comes back again. That is why protecting your time is protecting your life. Many people waste years without realizing it. Not because they are bad people, but because modern life is designed to steal attention constantly. Endless scrolling, unnecessary drama, distractions, meaningless arguments, and unhealthy habits slowly consume hours every day. At first, those lost hours feel small. One more video, just a few more minutes. I'll start tomorrow. But eventually, small wasted moments become wasted months and wasted years. That realization becomes painful later. Many people reach a point in life where they suddenly wonder where all their time went. They remember all the goals they delayed, the habits they ignored, the opportunities they avoided, and the dreams they postponed. The truth is simple. Life changes slowly while time disappears quickly. That is why learning how to protect your time is extremely important. Every day, you are either investing time into your future or spending it carelessly. The way you use your time quietly shapes the quality of your life. People who protect their time usually grow faster emotionally, mentally, financially, and physically. They understand that attention is limited. Energy is limited. Life is limited. So they become more intentional. This does not mean becoming obsessed with productivity every second. Rest is important too. Relaxation is healthy. Enjoying life matters. But there is a difference between meaningful rest and endless distraction. Rest helps recovery. Distraction often avoids responsibility. Many people confuse, for example, spending some peaceful time relaxing after hard work is healthy. But spending entire days escaping reality through non-stop entertainment often creates guilt, stress, and regret later. Deep down, most people know when they are resting and when they are simply avoiding life. Protecting your time also means learning how to say no. This is difficult for many people because they fear disappointing others. So they agree to things they do not truly want. They spend energy on unhealthy relationships, meaningless conversations, unnecessary drama, and situations that drain them emotionally. Eventually, they feel exhausted. But emotionally mature people understand something important. Not everything deserves your time. Not every argument needs a response. Not every invitation needs acceptance. Not every distraction deserves attention. Sometimes protecting your peace means protecting your schedule too. Another important lesson is that focus creates progress. Many people struggle because their attention is constantly divided. They try to study while scrolling social media. They work while checking notifications every few minutes. They attempt important tasks while allowing endless distractions to interrupt them. As a result, even simple work feels mentally exhausting. The human brain performs better with focused attention. When you fully concentrate on one meaningful task, progress becomes faster and more satisfying. But modern distractions weaken focus constantly. Social media especially trains the brain to expect non-stop stimulation. Short videos, fast entertainment, endless notifications, and instant pleasure slowly damage patience and concentration. Many people now struggle to focus for even a few quiet minutes without feeling restless. That affects learning, discipline, creativity, and emotional stability. Protecting your time means protecting your attention from constant interruption. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is disconnect temporarily. Put the phone away. Turn off notifications.
Sit quietly.
Focus deeply. Your future deserves uninterrupted attention sometimes. Another dangerous habit is procrastination. Many people delay important things because discomfort feels easier to avoid temporarily. I'll start next week. I'm not ready yet. I'll do it later. But later often becomes never. The problem with procrastination is that it creates hidden stress. Even while avoiding responsibilities, your mind still remembers them. That unfinished pressure slowly damages peace and confidence. Meanwhile, disciplined action usually creates relief. The task you avoid today often becomes heavier tomorrow. This is why starting matters more than perfection. Even small progress is powerful. Reading one page matters. Practicing 1 hour matters. Making one healthy decision matters. Time rewards consistency. Another important truth is that the people around you also influence how you spend time. If your environment constantly encourages laziness, distraction, gossip, and unhealthy habits, protecting your time becomes harder. But if you spend time around focused, disciplined, and growth-oriented people, your mindset slowly improves too. Energy spreads between people. That is why choosing your environment carefully matters deeply. Many successful people are protective of their mornings because mornings often shape the emotional direction of the entire day. Waking up and immediately consuming negativity or distraction weakens focus early. But starting the day intentionally creates more control mentally. Simple morning habits can change emotional energy greatly. Quiet thinking, reading, exercise, planning goals, peaceful routines. Small intentional habits help time feel more meaningful. Another painful reality is that life is shorter than people realize. Many individuals live as if they have unlimited time. They delay dreams, avoid growth, and postpone happiness endlessly. Then suddenly years pass. Youth disappears. Opportunities change. People leave. Life moves forward. This is not meant to create fear. It is meant to create awareness. Your time matters because your life matters. That is why meaningful living requires intentional choices. Spend more time building skills. Spend more time learning. Spend more time with people who truly care about you. Spend more time improving your health and mindset. The way you spend your days eventually becomes the way you spend your life. At first, protecting your time may feel uncomfortable. You may need stronger boundaries. You may need less distraction. You may need to disappoint certain people who only waste your energy. But over time, life becomes clearer. You feel more focused, more productive, more peaceful, more emotionally balanced. And slowly, you begin building a future intentionally instead of accidentally. One of the most powerful mindset changes is realizing that saying yes to meaningless distractions often means saying no to your future goals. Every hour carries value. Every day carries value. And even though nobody can control time completely, everyone can control how they choose to spend it. That choice shapes life more than most people realize. So protect your time carefully, because your future is being built by how you spend today. Rule 8. Never stop improving yourself. One of the biggest mistakes people make in life is believing they have already learned enough. The moment a person stops learning, growing, and improving, life slowly becomes smaller. Their mindset becomes limited. Their habits become repetitive. Their confidence becomes fragile because deep inside, they stop moving forward emotionally and mentally. Growth is what keeps life alive. No matter your age, background, education, or current situation, there is always something new to learn. There is always a healthier habit to build, a better mindset to develop, a skill to improve, or a deeper understanding to gain. The people who continue improving themselves usually live more meaningful lives because growth creates purpose. Imagine two people living very differently. The first person stops trying to improve. They repeat the same unhealthy habits every day. They avoid learning new things. They refuse feedback. They blame life constantly but never change themselves. Slowly, they become stuck. Meanwhile, the second person keeps growing little by little. They read books, improve communication skills, learn from mistakes, strengthen discipline, and stay curious about life. After several years, the difference becomes enormous. Not because life was easier for one person, because one continued growing while the other stopped. Self-improvement changes everything slowly. Your confidence improves because you become more capable. Your mindset improves because you understand life better. Your opportunities improve because your skills improve. Even your relationships improve because emotional maturity grows with self-awareness. Growth affects every area of life. Many people think self-improvement means becoming perfect. But perfection is impossible. Real growth is not about becoming flawless. It is about becoming slightly better than yesterday. That mindset feels healthier and more realistic. Even small improvements matter. Learning one useful idea matters. Practicing communication matters. Improving emotional control matters. Building discipline matters. Tiny growth repeated consistently becomes transformation over time. One important truth is that growth often feels uncomfortable. Learning new skills requires patience. Changing habits requires effort. Facing your weaknesses honestly can feel painful sometimes. But discomfort is often a sign of progress. Muscles grow through resistance. Minds grow through challenges. Confidence grows through difficult experiences. People who avoid all discomfort usually avoid growth too. That is why strong people learn how to stay teachable. Being teachable means accepting that you do not know everything yet. It means staying open to learning instead of becoming arrogant. Some people stop growing because their ego becomes too strong. They reject advice, ignore feedback, and refuse change. But wise people stay curious. No matter how successful they become, they continue learning. Another important lesson is that growth happens slowly. Modern society often makes people impatient. Everyone wants instant success, instant confidence, instant results. But meaningful change usually takes time. A stronger mindset takes time to build. Better habits take time to develop. Emotional healing takes time too. This is why patience matters deeply in self-improvement. Many people quit too early because progress feels invisible at first. For example, someone learning English may feel frustrated after a few weeks because fluency has not appeared yet. Someone building confidence may still feel nervous sometimes. Someone improving health may not see dramatic changes immediately. But small effort still matters. Every repeated action is building future results quietly. The person who continues improving slowly often succeeds more than the person who depends only on motivation. Another powerful part of self-improvement is learning from mistakes instead of being destroyed by them. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone experiences failure, embarrassment, regret, and disappointment at some point in life. But emotionally strong people use those experiences as lessons instead of permanent definitions of identity. Failure is not proof that you are worthless. Often, failure is simply part of growth. Many successful people failed repeatedly before improving. Many confident people were once insecure. Many disciplined people were once lazy and distracted. Transformation is possible because humans can grow. That idea is powerful. Your current situation does not have to become your permanent future. You can improve mentally, improve emotionally, improve physically, improve financially, step by step. Another important truth is that self-improvement should come from self-respect, not self-hatred. Some people try to improve themselves because they believe they are not valuable enough. They constantly criticize themselves harshly. But healthy growth feels different. Healthy growth says, I respect myself enough to become stronger. Not, I hate myself unless I become perfect. That emotional difference matters deeply. Growth should make life healthier, not emotionally miserable. It is also important to understand that everyone grows at different speeds. Some people improve quickly in certain areas. Others need more time. That is normal. Your journey is unique. The goal is not to become better than everyone else. The goal is to become better than your past self. That mindset creates peace while still encouraging growth. Books, experiences, conversations, challenges, and even painful moments can all teach valuable lessons if you stay open-minded. Life itself becomes a teacher when you pay attention carefully. Every mistake can teach wisdom. Every challenge can build resilience. Every failure can improve maturity. Growth changes how you see problems too. Instead of immediately giving up during difficult situations, you begin asking, what can this experience teach me? That mindset creates emotional strength. One of the most beautiful things about self-improvement is that it builds hope. When you believe change is possible, life feels less trapped. Even if your current situation feels difficult, growth creates direction. A better future becomes possible because you are becoming stronger little by little. At first, progress may feel slow. You may still struggle sometimes. You may still feel insecure sometimes. You may still make mistakes. That does not mean growth is not happening. Real improvement is rarely perfect. What matters is continuing. Keep learning. Keep improving. Keep growing. Because the person you become in the future is being shaped by what you choose to practice today. And one day you may look back and realize something incredible. The version of yourself that once felt weak, lost, confused, or unmotivated slowly became wiser, calmer, stronger, and more confident. Not overnight, but through consistent growth. That is the power of never giving up on yourself.